What's going on, guys? Besides here, in today's video we're gonna learn how to build. So if you don't know how to build, if you don't know how to find the best build, or you simply don't know which item is the best for you, this video is specifically on Jinx, but it can help you on no matter what AD carry you play. So please watch this until the end. This is a coaching session where I teach this guy exactly when and how to build, and how a challenger player is thinking about what are the best options to build on AD carry. So on AD carry, you can get cut down. The easiest way to get cut down, and anyone will recommend you this, is when they have tanks. By tank, I mean big tanks. Darius is not a tank. Let's say Renekton is not a tank. He's a bruiser. Jax is not a tank. Kled is not a tank. Cho'Gath is a tank, Nasus is a tank, Ornn is a tank, Malphite is a tank, Mundo is a tank. You know, cut down instantly. You don't even think about it against this. So they have a big tank, cut down instantly. The hard thing is when they have things like they have Darius and you're thinking, oh, should I get cut down or should I not get cut down? Well, against Darius is not that worth. If they have two champions that are kind of tanky, like they have Darius and let's say they have also like a Nocturne, you can take cut down. But in cases like this, realistically speaking, you should decide on the lane. What do I mean by the lane? The disadvantage of getting cut down is that you don't have Coup de Grace, so you don't have laning phase power. Coup de Grace is the rune that gives you damage in the lane, damage when the champions have less than 40% health. This is good for lane. So if they have big tank like Ornn or Zac, instantly cut down. If they don't have big tank and they have just like a Darius top lane and they have like a Jarvan jungle, you can go cut down depending on the lane. If you have a very aggressive lane and you think, okay, I have a trash, we're playing against Draven, we're definitely gonna fight this lane. It's not gonna be like an easy lane. Cut down is not that good for the late game, so I'm gonna get Coup de Grace to win the lane. That's fine. But if you play a laney phase that is like, you know, oh, should I get cut down or should I get, well, you can get cut down against these two. It's good, but it depended on the lane. Let's say they have a Twitch with Yuumi and you have like Seraphim. I would be like, I can win the laney phase. I can. Not really. They have Twitch, Yuumi, you have Seraphim, go cut down. You see what I mean? So the easy way is a bronze player will tell you they cut down if they have tanks. True. But what he won't be able to tell you is that you should get also cut down into two bruisers if you don't have big aggressive laning phase that you will fight hard in the lane. Like a Nautilus support against Tristana. But even in this case, if they have a Cho'Gath top, you anyways get cut down. So that you get by default cut down if they have something like this. So the most important thing, if they have a big tank, that's it. So this works on every champion. On Draven, Samira, some people will prefer something else. Like some people will prefer, let's see if I can, Runes Builder. Like there are some situations where people will recommend you this, like this one, but this is just more on other champions, like maybe on like Draven or something, you know.
Boy, what? I
Do you know
only
what
see
this?
the draft.
Sorry?
I only see the draft.
Oh,
thing.
sorry. I will just the Discord is just okay. Tell me if you can. 1 second. Okay, you should see my screen now. Perfect.
Oh, it's loading.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah, I
it's
can
good.
see it.
Perfect. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, on Draven you can get last 10, Samira, other champions, but it's not really that good. Okay, so let's get some examples. Okay, Jinx against Garen, Brand, LeBlanc, Ashe, Janna. So the first question is Garen a big tank? Like if you play against a Garen, does he have a lot of armor? Is like, do you have troubles killing him usually? Or is he like a Darius? Is he like a champion that, you know, you can kill without cutdown. Carry main struggling to make an impact in your games. Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase. Just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visai.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play.
Well, he's hard, isn't he? Since he has W as well.
Exactly. He's pretty hard. So he's not Cho'Gath, but he's definitely tankier than Darius. So you should get cut down. Yes, this is good. This is good. So in this case, you should get cut down. Okay. What about this case?
Probably Coup de Grace.
Coup de Grace. They have no tanks. They don't even have bruisers. You can play aggressive with Kog'Maw Lulu against a Jinx. Coup de Grace is good. Next game. What about this one?
Cut down.
Cut down. Perfect. They have, like, you have Lulu against Tamken Senna. You will not play aggressive. You will get pushed in. And you play for late game. So, yes. Cut down is very, very good in this case. Very good. In this one, let's see.
Cut down.
Cut down. They have a Mumu, which definitely can be a big tank, and Yorick, so it's a no-brainer. Yes, you have Nautilus, so Coup de Grace can help you in the lane, but they have two tanks, so you need to get it for late game. Okay, very good. So we learn how to take cut down. Very, very, very good. So this is the first thing that we talked about. Items on Jinx. Okay, let's see. Build maker lol. Okay, this one. Let's see. Item maker. Okay, so what is your question exactly? Like, what item to get on Jinx, or you only mean the second item, or?
I'm just saying in general what items I should get for Jinx.
Well, so
like what's viable.
So as a rule of thumb, of course the Kraken Slayer is the best first. Except okay, these stats are bad, by the way. It's like changed. But yeah, Kraken Slayer is usually good. I mean, there are some people that prefer Infinity Edge first. That will usually depend on how much gold you're gonna have when you recall. If you have 1300 gold, you can get BF Sword. Infinity Edge is very nice to snowball. But usually Kraken Slayer is slightly better if they are tankier. So personally, if you have good recalls and you want to go Infinity Edge first, because you get BF Sword first, you can go Infinity Edge. Otherwise, you should get Kraken Slayer first. That's the rule of thumb. And then after this, you can go... After this, you can go... I don't know why it doesn't work. Okay, Infinity Edge. You can go Infinity Edge. But other than Infinity Edge... second item, you can also go something else. You can go PD, you can go Hurricane, or you can go Rapid Fire Cannon. So, let's see. First item, Infinity and Kraken. Every time, okay, Infinity you go every time when you get BF early on and you are ahead. If you have an early game engaged support, it can also help you. Kraken Slayer every time. Oh yes, please.
What if you get a pickaxe first? Is this still
It's not good.
doable?
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good because you don't know if you can get BF Sword. BF Sword is very expensive. It's 1300 gold. So if you get pickaxe, you might as well just go Kraken Slayer.
Oh.
It's better. Okay, Kraken every time when you don't have BF early. Usually I think this is like 70 to 80% of the cases you will probably just get Kraken. The second item is basically the best, I think, is probably Phantom. Infinity Edge is good. You have PD, you have Hurricane, and you have Rapid. I don't know if there are other options that you can get. No, probably not. Okay, so when do you get those? Well, so let's say you get Kraken. Infinity Edge is very snowbally, so it's exactly if you are super ahead and you get BF early on. Same concept. If you're super ahead and you can buy BF sword after your Kraken Slayer, you should always go Infinity Edge. But this is just not so common. This is usually in like 20% of the situations. PD is good majority of the cases. I would say PD is good in like 50 to 60% of the cases. Very good, well-rounded. You are okay into tanks, okay damage, okay DPS, okay against squishies, pretty cheap. You can buy, you know, cloak, dagger, zeal, PD, complete the PD. So it's a very good, well-rounded. So if you don't have Infinity Edge, you can always go PD. The thing is, Hurricane is very good if they have lots of melee champions. So if they have minimum 3 melees, you can also do for 2, but 3 melees is the safest. Or if you have like a Braum or but usually 3 melees in the champ. Let's see if we can find this. Look at this: Urgot, Nocturne, Silas. Urgot is not very melee, but let me see if I can find 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Look, this game. If you play Jinx this game, again, 1, 2. Okay, if you play, oh look, Jinx, she can go Hurricane because she can hit Akali, Jarvan, and Yone at the same time, and it's pretty good for wave clear as well. It's not necessarily a very smart item to get, because to be able to do damage with Hurricane, you will basically assume that they will basically stay grouped up like this when you hit them, which is crazy. It will never happen. They will always stay like this. Akali will jump on you, top lane is behind, and stuff like that. But it's good to try this if you have, like, it's pretty efficient, gold efficient item. It gives you pretty okay stats. I don't think it's an overall item that is better than Phantom Dancer, but if they have 3 melees, you can consider going for this, yes. If they have 3 melee champions. And then Rapid Fire Cannon is like, I think, the worst option. Maybe 10% of the cases, where if you lack range, if you lack lots of range. So by that I mean the following thing: you play Jinx, and let's say you play against Ezreal, hard to hit, Varus mid lane, or let's say they have mid lane Corki or Syndra. You can't hit Syndra, you can't hit Ezreal. They do have Zyra on support. Jungle, they have someone that has low, like field 6, you can't hit at all, you have to keep the distance. And on the top lane they have something like either, okay, Jace, this. You can't play without Hurricane, without Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to auto attack. What you also have to take into consideration is the engage that you have, because if you have Lulu, Darius, jungle, you have Kha'Zix, and mid lane you have Kasa, then you have no engage, no CC, nothing. So you have to go Rapid Fire Cannon, because no one can really engage. If you have like Leona and Sejuani, let's say Maokai jungle with Jinx, and you have top lane like Ornn, you can anyways go Phantom Dancer in this case. Why? It's because you have so much engage that you'll probably hit one guy. So it will depend on if they have a lot of range and if you have engaged champions. But usually it will just depend on, do they have a lot of range? By a lot of range, I mean if they have 3 champions that you have a hard time hitting. Like here. Let's see. Twisted Fate, Jean, Elise. In this case, you're gonna anyways hit Ilaoi with PD. This is PD game. This is PD game, but it is Stamp Kench. Brand level Edge. Okay, this one is okay. You don't, I mean, you can go PD because the thing is, it's hard because you can say, I need Rapid Fire Cannon against Brand, Ashe, Janna, LeBlanc. But that's wrong because you're anyways gonna hit only Garen in teamfight. So you need PD. So you really need to ask yourself, who do I hit in teamfight? Because if you ask, they have 4 champions that are range, but you anyways just go on the tank, which is normal, you hit the closest target, you go PD anyways, you know?
Oh.
Super important. Okay, so other than that, I mean, other items are kind of bad. And then third item will just depend on what you get first and second. Usually third item is Infinity Edge or Lord Dominic's, basically.
Oh.
So let's say you get Kraken, PD, Infinity, or Kraken, Infinity, PD, or Kraken, Infinity, Lord Dominic's. Usually the best item third is Infinity, Lord Dominic's, Phantom Dancer. Those 3.
Oh.
So that's that. Perfect. Should we go for the fourth item as well? Like fourth item is kind of simple. You usually go for Bloodthirster if they don't have tanks and you need a bit of defensiveness. Lord Dominic's if they have tanks, and if they don't have tanks, 0 tanks, and they have 0 champions that can jump on you, you can go Yuntal.
Oh.
That's basically what you can do. And then last item is always Adaptation, GA, Bloodthirster, QSS, Shieldbow, or other items, like the Maul of Marmortius. Depends on what you need.
Oh.
Depends on what you need, really.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect. So let's see.
Yeah. I think this is enough for Jinx.
Perfect. So we go for Kog'Maw?
Yeah.
Yes. Builds on Kog'Maw. Okay. So for the runes, I would suppose you know, right, or not?
Mm,
Or not really?
I just first time Kog'Maw in ranked.
Okay, and how did it go? You were strong?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, Kog'Maw is not the best right now just because he doesn't really have a rune after Little Tempo is kind of bad, and without Lulu it's kind of iffy. But for itemization, it's kind of what you have to get on Vayne. So what do you get on Vayne? How do I delete this shit? Okay, so on Kog'Maw, the first item is usually what? Tell me, what do you think?
I saw that people can go Blade of the Rune King.
Perfect. Bork is like the best item, usually. Bork Blade. So this is by far the best item that you can take. First item, I mean, first is really the boots. So you get Berserker boots. Boots.
Oh.
Like that's the first. I don't know where they are. Okay.
Oh.
Wait a second. Okay. Perfect. Berserker's boots. Okay. So
I think your stream's lagging out.
my stream is lagging out. Okay, thank you for telling me. Let me just... Okay, now it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first you buy boots. Like this is, you buy boots first. And then you buy Blade of the Rune King. And after Blade of the Rune King, it's really like 99% of the cases it's Guinsoo's. Like it's Guinsoo's. This is like... Okay, Guinsoo's. Just because it has a really good synergy with your W. And after Guinsoo's, it's... You have multiple options. You can get Hurricane, you can get Wheat Sand, and you can get Terminus. I think those are like kind of like the best of the best items. Hurricane, usually more wave clear, really good damage. Wit's End, if they have like an assassin on mid lane like Fizz and they have overall a lot of AP like Raga's Fizz, stuff like that. And Terminus if they have tanks. It's pretty straightforward. These 3 items. And then 4th item is usually adaptation. 4th item, if you go Wit's End 3rd, you go Terminus 4th item. If you go Hurricane 3rd, you go Terminus 4th item. Usually you go Jack Show, the tanky one, just because it makes you very tanky, and super last item just really depends on what you didn't buy from this. But at best, items on this champ is Hurricane, Wit's End, Jack Show, and then probably Terminus, and then probably Randuin, stuff like that. Like these are like super good items. So first item always work, second item always Hurricane, oh no, sorry, Guisus, and then third item is basically these 3, and then 4th item is like those 2. But yeah, at 4th item it depends also what you didn't get. Like let's say you get 3rd item, Hurricane is in general Wit's End against like a lot of assassins, Terminus against tanks, you know, versus tanks versus lots of AP slash assassins. And then yeah, 4th item Jack Show usually for the HP. Randuins can be good also if you play like Yasuo against Yasuo, or you know, a lot of like damage crit champions. But yeah, if you get the 3rd item Hurricane, you can get 4th item Wit's End, you can get 4th item Terminus, or you can get 4th item Jack Show. It really depends. Like 4th item is very adaptation on Kog'Maw usually. So that's what I would say. Perfect.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You did say that Kog'Maw is like in the best spot right now for ADC.
Yes.
Then I don't like really know like which champ should be my second pick, since I really like on hit champions, but I don't know what to pick.
Okay, but do you like Kog'Maw?
I mean, yeah, he's fun.
Okay. And what do you why do you need the second champ?
In case Jinx gets banned or picked, since she does get banned or picked easily.
Okay, and what do you want in a champ?
For it, I mean, I want a champ that does like similar things like Jinx, basically. So I can just do what I do on Jinx and just apply it to the champion.
Okay, so you want a champion that is similar with the Jinx. I see. Let's try to check this. Let's see. Let's see. Ashe is pretty good, but she's more on the utility side. Then you have to have good ultimates, but she's okay for you. Jhin is not really too similar with Jinx, even though she's a very good champion. Caitlyn is very good in this meta right now. I recommend her. She's fine. Twitch is also a good champion that you can consider playing. And other than that, maybe Aphelios, but Aphelios you need to put lots of time. Draven is also a very good champion for you, but you need to put a lot of time. So I think the best are Ashe, Kog'Maw, Caitlyn, and Twitch, I think.
Oh. Wait, I thought Kaisa was bad in this patch. She's an S tier.
Well, it's 50.30. It's alright. I think she's B tier right now, or 8 B tier, yeah, probably.
Oh.
So I think maybe you should just play these champs first, like 5 games per like 5 Ashe, 5 Kog, 5 Kate, 5 Twitch, and see which one you like the most. And then you message me, and then we make a champion pool with the one that you like the most. Maybe like this.
Oh. Wait, how do you feel about Ezreal? Since I like playing him when he was like strong back then.
He's B tier right now, but he can work if you play him well, yeah. If you like him, he's not a bad champ.
And I heard like he's getting a buff next patch as well.
Alright. Yeah, he can be okay. He can be okay as a champ. He's not really that bad. He's B tier. He's not the best. He's not the worst. You know, he's better than other champions.
Oh. Well, for Kog'Maw, like, what supports do you usually play him with?
So Kog'Maw is really good with peel. The best is Lulu. Janna can work. The worst is Bard. Like champions that want to heavily roam. Zerat is kinda bad with Kog'Maw, even though if you get the push he can poke. Yuumi is extremely bad with Kog'Maw because if they have like a blitz you're always gonna die. Zilean can work well. Zara is not so good. Well, let's try to see. So Milio is fine. Heimerdinger is kinda bad. Alistar can work. Braum can work. Ashe support is very bad with him. Bard support is very bad with him. Blitz is okay. Brand is not so good. Braum is very good. Heimerdinger is very bad. Karma is okay. Leona is okay. Lux is pretty bad. Morgana is good. Nami is good. Nautilus is good. You have engage. You also have some peel. Nico is okay. Pantheon is okay. Pyke is fine. Rakan is okay. Rel is okay. Renata is very good with Kog'Maw. Senna is bad. Seraphim is pretty bad. Sona is pretty bad. Soraka is alright. Swain is alright. Taric is extremely bad. Thresh is fine. So the champions that you should pick Kog'Maw is the peel. Lulu, Zilean, Janna, Milio. You can also pick him with engage like Thresh, Nautilus. If you have like a Vel'Koz or like a Lux or a champion that is like heavily gonna poke by himself, you would rather pick something like Caitlyn, Ezreal, or even Jinx, you know. Your champion pool doesn't really like allow you to be flexible in the draft much because you just play Jinx pretty much. But yeah, the champions that are good with Jinx like Thresh, Lulu, Janna are also good with Kog'Maw, basically. So there is that.
Oh.
Like it's more around what they pick, because no matter what support you have, even if you have Brand, if they have a Bard you can pick Kog'Maw. If they have a Braum you can like if they have champs that are weak early on and you can scale, you can pick Kog'Maw. But if they have like Blitz or Thresh or Leona or Nautilus or like heavy engage like this, you should not pick Kog'Maw. They have like Samira, Draven. So it's more about the enemy team rather than your comp, you know.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.